Hello, and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. My name is Wayne Belisle, and this week we're going to be discussing how not all customers are right for you. But first things first, apologize. Last week I knew I was taking some time off after the deadline. The Thursday before, supposed to have a video, but right before the deadline, the world did not cooperate. So I've been gone for 2 weeks. Anyways, let's talk about that. The myth most business owners believe is that any customer is a good customer. And so, sounds good. Why is that a problem? Well, when I first started my CPA firm, I took every job that I could. I mean, heck, I had three little kids, no money, no work, few customers. So I felt I really had no choice. While selling QuickBooks training, I learned that not all customers are created equally. Good customers are easy to train, appreciated my work, understood how what I was teaching them helped their business, and most importantly, paid my bill in full and on time. All right. Bad clients fought any change to their procedures, even though they had hired me because they knew they had a problem. Took no responsibility for learning the program, provided incomplete information, and worst of all, tried to negotiate the bill down and then refused to pay or slow paid the bill. Always annoying. If you're not going to pay the bill anyways, why negotiate? The truth: successful business owners learn the hard way. The customer is always right, just not always right for you. That's Listen to that again. Yeah, the customer is always right, just may not always be right for you. All right. Successful business owners learn. Sorry, my brain went away there for a minute. Successful business owners learn that when they are meeting a prospect, you're really interviewing them in order to decide if they're a good fit for you. Yes, you have to sell them, but part of that first meeting is to make sure that they're a good fit for your firm. All right. We do that now much better than I ever did before. We sit down and say we do three things. We do tax planning, we do tax returns, we do business coaching. Yeah, we do financial statements for our clients that need them, that kind of stuff. But those are the three major things we do. So if they come in and they want bookkeeping, we're like, no. But let me give you a referral. So that's key too. You never just send them away and say no. I got a sales tax audit. Yeah, I don't do sales tax audits, but I got somebody that does that. Let me refer them to you. All right. Since smart business owners know that 80% of their revenues comes from 20% of their customers and truthfully 20% of their products, they know that the smart thing to do is to concentrate their sales efforts on prospects who are similar to their best customers. They also learn what bad for them customers look like and make a conscious effort to avoid them. Now, you might make a mistake and it sounds like it's going to be a good for you customer. After the first year, just split ways and say, we're just not really a good fit. Or I never do that. I really go along the lines of, this isn't working the way I wanted it to work. This is what I was hoping for. This is what's happening. What can we do to fix it? And if they're not willing, the second year rolls around and they're not willing to fix it after we've had that discussion, well, then you're not a good fit for me. I'm not a good fit for you. No hard feelings. Okay. Um, Lesson learned. What is the lesson learned? Being picky about whom you take as a customer increases your profits and reduces your stress. So, some action tips to take off today's video. Identify the 20% of your customers who represent 80% of your profits. What's your top 20% customers? What do they have in common? All right. What industry are they in? What size are they? How many employees they have? What do they, you know, anything you can come up with that they have in common. Create then a profile or an art of your best customers. All right. What do they look like? How do they act? How do they think? What do they value? What problems do they have? Decide if you could change your marketing. If you could let's try that again. Decide if you should change your marketing and advertising to attract your best customers. The answer to that is yes, you should. And review your current customers and determine if some of your current company customers should be fired. And we don't fire them. It's just we're not a good fit. This is the same thing with employees. I never feel like I fire employees. They just don't always work out here. Doesn't mean they're bad. Doesn't mean I'm bad. It's just we're not a good fit. All right. Hey, um, key to this is understanding and spending some time figuring out what you do. All right. I mentioned something pretty fast here. What problems do they come into that when they come into you? Well, I know people are coming to me usually because they feel like they pay too much tax. Um, their prior tax, what I'm finding a lot of in tax returns, they're not very respondent. They they don't respond to them on a timely basis. They don't communicate. They don't explain things. All right. Um, and then third, they're not making enough money and don't know why. So those are the questions that we try to answer, provide answers for. So what is it that draws people to you, and what makes them your best customers? Hey, until next time, glad I'm back. Been missed doing these for 2 weeks. Until next time, this is Wayne Bilal saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. God bless, and see you at church. Thank you.